bet you thought you would never see me again. Regarding turkey and my teeth, it's still in the pipeline. The reason why I hadn't gone prior to the last update I did was because of the lockdown that we had here in London. London had Turkey on the red list, as well as Brazil. You remember I wanted to go to Brazil? I'm still going. Should be February. Everywhere I was interested in going to was on the red list and didn't get off the red list until October the 11th of this year. So just 2 months ago. Now, prior to this situation that we're having now, I would say in about May or June, I sort of looked at the pattern of things and how things were going regarding the international situation that we were going through. There is an algorithm on YouTube that I don't want it to flag this video, so I'm going to try to explain it in other ways, but you should know what I'm talking about. I could foresee another situation where everybody would have to stay home. So basically what I did was I took the money that I had and made some investments. The problem with the situation we were all placed in was that a lot of us didn't have any income coming in, but we had expenses. So I wanted to place myself in a position where no matter the situation, regardless if we're told to stay home or not, I will be fine. And that's what I did. I invested that money, and now I am mining crypto full time. I actually started, say 3 weeks ago, and I'm nearly on 300 mega hash. I actually have 400 mega hash worth of GPUs, and I'm still making mistakes. Bought this today, can't turn it on because of the CPU that I bought is a most recent CPU, right, the chip, but this one takes the first, second, and third generation CPU, meaning this now needs a BIOS flash, but it doesn't have the BIOS flash button. So I need to get a CPU that is first, second, or third generation and then do the BIOS flash. Waste of money, I'm returning this. But just to let you know that I've placed myself in the position that no matter what they do, I don't lose any income, all right? And in this situation, when it comes to crypto mining, you get what you put in, meaning specifically GPU mining, the amount of GPUs I get, also the speed that the speed that the actual GPUs get will perform accordingly and earn a certain amount on a daily basis. So my earning is basically dependent on how many GPUs I have. Now, luckily for me, I had some money, and also I was able to sell a car and other stuff. And most importantly, I managed to stay away from scalpers, people that will buy everything, all the stock, and then raise the prices. So that's what I've been doing. I will give you videos on crypto and what I'm learning later on down the line, but I wanted to get this out first to let you guys know what's happening. As soon as I get my first return on investment, I am going straight to Turkey, but I will be going to Brazil before then. So my gap tooth, I'm definitely getting that back. This is annoying me right now, the fact that I can't whistle, okay? But yeah, that's basically what's been going on. I've been crypto mining, and I've been looking at other opportunities that would allow me to sustain myself, and also things that I want to do if I was told to stay home. I am a problem solver. So the problem last year, 18 months of nonsense we are still going through. I have businesses that have suffered greatly because of what had happened, and I needed to get myself back into a good space mentally, like everybody else, and get myself into a position where I would not have to leave the house to make money. And that's what I'm currently doing. Don't follow me into crypto. If you're unsure, you don't know anything about it, please do your research. Okay, don't just, as a matter of fact, I'm going to do a series of videos that will try to open your eyes to certain things. I will try to let you know in full detail, step by step, what you need to be doing in certain circumstances. I'm not a guru. I'm not going to sell you any packages. I'm not interested in selling you any packages. I am, however, interested in helping people. This is my nature, right? But anything that I say, you need to share with like-minded people on the topic that it's about. Speak to a financial advisor. Speak to a broker if you have to, right? Get a second, third, and fourth opinion. And then, after looking at the pros and cons, the advantages and disadvantages, putting your own situation into the scenario, right? Then you can pursue whatever it is that you feel that I've guided you into. But my job is this. What I'm trying to do is open your eyes to every step of life. I'm 41. I have 41 years of experience. After that, I have no idea. So I will tell you everything I know up until now. I grow older. I will tell you, certain things that you need to be doing, whatever it is that I notice. Okay. Moving on. So why did I do the video in the first place? Like I said earlier, it is actually in my nature to help people. I've learned something. If someone doesn't know, I'll give them the information. If someone is clueless about something and I'm clueless about it, I'll go and research the information and, share it. I believe there's no difference between him and me, right? Or you and them. Whatever one person can do, another person can. You should not have any restrictions. So if you ask me to help you with a certain thing and I can do it, I'll probably do it for you. But the problem is this, especially in my community, I never get a thank you. I never get a pat on the back, thank you. What usually happens is when it works, when my advice works, I see the arrogance building up. And sometimes it's even directed towards me. It's not a complaint, but it's the reason why, if you go back into my videos, I would say to you, if you want to like it, you like it. If you want to subscribe, you subscribe. I am used to giving out information and helping people and getting nothing in return. But during the course of the year, I've been getting emails, text messages, well, not text messages, but DMs on Instagram with people who respond to the video and I in turn respond back. Some people are following me on Instagram. Those who responded me to Instagram are there. And I know these people. It's like I'm steady building a relationship with these people, which is great. So I thought, okay, maybe this YouTube thing works. In a sense of, if I give out information, there will be some of you out there who will appreciate it and press the like button. Some of you out there will appreciate it and press the subscribe button. And if I hit over a certain amount, the algorithm will start to reimburse me for my time, and then I can do other things. So that's the reason why I have decided now that I'm going to take this channel seriously. So for those of you who like and subscribe, I thank you very much. It is a great motivation to want to come out here and continue to help people, because it really does feel good. It feels good when I help someone and they get out of a certain situation. I'm not going to bombard you with prank videos. I'm not going to bombard you with silly videos that there are a plethora of them on YouTube. You don't need me to add to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually come on here and tell you in certain scenarios what you need to do and how to look at things differently. I don't believe in gurus. A lot of them give you the Dalai Lama speech, asks you for some money to give you some more Dalai Lama speech. The gurus that I think are worth their money and weight in gold are those who tell you specifically what you need to do in certain situations. But like I said, anything I say, you take that, take the information, share it, discuss. You see, discussion will open your eyes to maybe, okay, what he's saying may be right, but it's not. You cannot implement it. Okay, so what he's saying is right, but I can't implement it in this country because the laws are different. Okay, so I'm in the UK. Finance, for example, has different laws in the United States. If you do what I say, you will make a mistake, because I'm saying stuff based on my experience and what I know. I don't want to be general about it. I want to give you specific information for you to go and ask people, the right people, to make it clearer for you in your part of town and also with your circumstances, meaning your own financial circumstances, or maybe even your work patterns. I can talk to you about a whole load of things. I've experienced a lot. Okay, so the first topic I want to talk to you about, I know you came for some teeth update, but I'm going to title this video with money on it. So depending on the age that you are, if you're young, 16, 17, 18, all the way up until 22, still in university or maybe not going to university, what is inevitable is that you're going to have a roof over your head, a steady job, and possibly a car by the time that you're 30. If not, you'll be close to that. By 35, 40, you will definitely be there, right? Now, what I want to do is try to make the transition smoother for you by giving you the most important rules regarding money. It's going to sound weird. The first rule is, you ain't going to believe me, money is not real. It literally is not real. You see, what's real is what you can do with the money. What you're literally doing right now is exchanging time for money. Depending on whatever profession you're in, you spend a certain amount of time at work and they reward you for it, right? What is real is the time. Let me make it clearer for you. Earlier I told you I bought this. I went onto the internet on my phone, pressed a couple of digits, entered my bank account details, and they delivered this to me. This is real. I didn't see the money that I spent on this. Do you get? Money isn't real. What you can do with it, meaning what you can do to better your life, is the real thing. The second rule of money is to recognize that money is just a tool to better your circumstances in your life. That's it. It's not real, and it's a tool that you use to better your circumstances. You should never buy trinkets with money you earn from your back. The money you earn from your back, right? You should invest. Your return on your investment, that's what you can spend on trinkets. So, rule number 2. Money is just a tool to better your circumstances, and you should never spend this money on trinkets. Money earned from your back should always be invested, and your return on investment can go into trinkets. Rule number 3. Hopefully by now you understand that money really shouldn't be spent on trinkets, especially what you earn with your back, right? And you should now be in the mind frame of, okay, if I invest something, then I get money that I can spend on, you know, all the things that you want to spend, the lavish lifestyle and so on and so forth. This brings me to my next point. Point number 3. When buying trinkets and spending your return on investment, you should always have 4 times the money you're going to spend. 4 times the money you're going to spend before you spend it. I'm going to repeat that again, but in another way. If you want to buy a £100 product, you better make sure you've got 4. Before you spend that £100. And as you spend that £100, 3 you have to put away. Every time you spend money on trinkets, I'm not talking about bills, I'm talking about trinkets, right? This will allow you or put you in a frame of mind that I need to save. You won't be buying at the spur of the moment, right? You will really think about what you're spending your money on before you spend it. I guarantee you, try to buy a car for 4,000 and have 20,000 in the bank. Oh, sorry, 16,000 in the bank before you spend the 4,000. You may not even want to spend that 4,000 on that damn car. Trust me, there is a reason to the process. It will teach you patience, and it will teach you about your efforts to get this amount of money and what you're actually spending it on. I guarantee you follow these rules, you will never be broke. If you follow these rules, you will never be broke. Never be broke. Be patient. It doesn't matter if you don't wear your money. Where it's important is investments and the bank. Nowhere else. Okay? If you follow these rules, not only would you never be broke, but you would also be able to buy a house, transportation if you need it, and all the things that I said earlier much quicker in your life. You see, when I was 19, I realized one thing. The secret to financial freedom is 4 houses. It's very, very simple. Like I said, I'm a problem solver. The secret to financial freedom is 4 houses. Am I into real estate? Yes, I am. The first house I bought, I was 24, bought with a credit card. Actually, I bought with my ex-girlfriend, whose father gave her 10,000, but we needed 22 to buy the house. Credit card. I only had like 2 grand on me. Credit card, right? In later videos, I will tell you what I did, which applied back then, for you to find out if it still applies today and where you are. Yes, 24, bought my first house with a credit card. So let me explain this 4 house method. This is if you're not thinking of living a lavish lifestyle and going on holiday and this, that, and the other. Financial freedom means that you're financially free from your bills. The effort that it takes to get your bills is not coming from you going to work. The 4 house method. If you buy a house and you rent it out, your first house, this house will pay for itself and give you enough money for the second house. If you buy the second house, not only are you getting money from the first house that's helping towards the second house, the second house rental income would not only pay for itself, but the vast majority of the third. I'm not swearing, that's why I'm turning it this way, right? So the vast majority of the third house will be paid by the second house, right? Now this third house, when you rent this out, only a small minute amount of the third house's rent will pay for the third house. The money from the third house will pay for the entire fourth house. If you rent the fourth house successfully, you have to work on your numbers. Don't just go and rent the house out for $10 and say, hey, you said this. No, don't be stupid, right? You follow the market, follow what you need to follow, the guidelines for your area, right? But if you rent out the fourth house, this is now money that isn't required by any other house. As a matter of fact, this can now pay for the home that you live in. Financial freedom. You're living in your property, your fifth house, would be free, virtually. So, it's very simple. If you want financial freedom, 4 houses will do it. But you have to live within your means. If you don't live within your means, you're going to need more houses. But then that's your decision and what you're going to have to do. I don't want to ramble for too long, but I do want to state this. If you find what I said helpful and you're able to discuss it with people and get some clarity into what I've said, if it changes you in any positive way, click the like button, press subscribe. Let me know that way, not comments, because sometimes these things goes into spam and I don't see it. But like, subscribe, and I will see it. And this will encourage me to come back and tell you more things. When it comes to Brazil, I'll take you on the journeys. As a matter of fact, anywhere I go, I'll take you on journeys. But most importantly, it will indicate to me that you guys like my style of videos and that I'm going in the right direction. Excuse the background, the settings. I'm in my flat. I'm still troubleshooting some rigs, or one rig, right? I've got 4 GPUs to put in. But anyway, I just want to make sure that you guys like the content. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here not only to help you, but I consider this channel like a time capsule. That's why I'm being so honest, to be honest. I consider this channel like a time capsule. My children, when they eventually come, and their children, and so on and so forth, can always come back to this channel and see Granddaddy. Pops to you, right? They can come and they can see Granddaddy. And if they are going through anything in their lives, hopefully I can give them some of me and they can use that to better their situations. So it's not only for you, it's for my children. But if you want it in a timely fashion, please click the like and the subscribe. And I will tell you everything that I believe that you should know and understand. Before I go, during this time, if you've taken the jab, what you will hear is that this thing thickens the blood, and that some people have had issues with their heart and they've moved on. I'm still speaking in code here. The thickening of the blood can be reduced by taking aspirin. Please consult your doctor. Ask them. But if you're someone who drinks regularly, this also can thin your blood, because that's what alcohol does. But it doesn't mean you should go start drinking every blasted day and drinking yourself to death. Don't do that, right? But if you're someone who drinks regularly, continue. If you're not, aspirin will do the same job, right? This way your blood will flow to every part of your brain and body that it needs to flow. If you're a smoker, your blood's slightly thicker than most. Okay? So you need to make sure that your blood can still flow. The problem that we're having now is that a lot of people are confusing flu with something else. I don't know if I should say it or not, but for the greater good, anytime you cough, your body's trying to get rid of mucus. So when you cough, make sure something comes out. Do not swallow this thing. Mucus is the leading cause of disease. So says Dr. F.A.C.E, who unfortunately has passed, but everything he said rang true to me. You have to make sure you're not exposing yourself to the wind and the cold. Your body works best at 35 degrees. drinking cold drinks, fizzy drinks, having your chest all out, or door when there's wind and shit and rain, this can only lead us to more mucus buildup, especially with the things in the air. Mucus is made from your body to protect you, but too much of it can make your systems fail. Too much of it in the wrong place is diagnosed as cancer. So during this time where there's flu, usually the vast majority of people are able to survive the flu. But now, after some people are a little more vulnerable to it. So please take it from me. Lemon, lime, honey. Lemon and lime boiled in a pot. That's alkaline. Pour it in a cup. Add some honey to taste. This is basically what Lemsip is. If you go into the supermarket and you go and buy something for cold and flu, what I've just told you, lemon, lime, honey, add a little ginger to add some spice to it, right? That's basically what they're trying to recreate in powder form. This will help you bring up your mucus if you drink it hot. Anytime you cough, you get rid of it. All right? The darker it is, the deeper it was come from. You get rid of it. Clear your nose, your mouth, everything. So as you can tell, I'm into my health as well, right? So I'm gonna let you guys in on that when I do my foot peeling and so on and so forth. But yeah, this is just basically a video to give you guys an update on what it is that I'm doing and what it is that I'm about to do. And I'm also asking for your support. If you like the content that you're getting today and what you've gotten so far, press the like button, press subscribe. I think the target is 1,000 subscribers. But if we can surpass that, then there will be no conflicts with YouTube. I'll leave that to you guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys again. You take care. A Merry Christmas. Hopefully I get to say Happy New Year in another video. See you soon.